Hi, Rushrecap here. Today I'm going to explain an action crime movie called Bodies at Rest. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Our story begins on a rainy Christmas Eve, in the bustling city of Hong Kong, where neon lights glisten against the water-soaked streets. It's a night like no other, with an eerie calmness in the air despite the constant hum of the city's energy. At the heart of the story lies the Kwai Chung Public Laboratory, a place of science and order, where the night shift workers remain oblivious to the chaos about to erupt. The lab stands tall amidst the rain, its sterile white walls and glowing lights creating a stark contrast against the dark, stormy night outside. Inside the lab, Nick Chung is hard at work. Nick is a brilliant and dedicated forensic pathologist, someone who has spent years mastering the art of finding truths hidden in the smallest details. His methodical nature and sharp intellect are his greatest assets, making him a figure of calm and control in the most demanding situations. On this seemingly ordinary night, he is joined by his equally talented assistant, Li Chong. Li is more than just a subordinate, she's a skilled and resourceful technician, known for her quick thinking and unmatched precision. Together, they make a formidable team, their shared passion for forensic science driving them to excel in their field. In the quiet solitude of the security room, Uncle King, the affable security guard, keeps watch. Uncle King has a warmth and wisdom that make him a beloved figure in the lab. He's the kind of person who can diffuse tension with a single smile, his jovial personality a stark contrast to the cold, clinical environment of the lab. But beneath his light-hearted exterior lies a man with a keen sense of observation and an unwavering commitment to his duty. As the rain continues to pour outside, the scene shifts to a parked car nearby, where three shadowy figures are seated. Richie, Herod, and Jamie are not ordinary men. They are criminals with a mission, each bringing a unique and dangerous skill set to the table. Richie, the ringleader, exudes an air of cold calculation. Every word he speaks, every move he makes, is deliberate and purposeful. Herod, the muscle of the group, is a towering presence whose sheer physicality is enough to intimidate anyone who crosses his path. Jamie, the youngest and most inexperienced of the trio, is visibly nervous, his jittery demeanor betraying his lack of confidence. Their objective is both simple and sinister: retrieve a crucial piece of evidence, a bullet lodged in the body of Anchi Chung. Anchi is no ordinary victim. Her connection to a powerful drug lord makes her death a loose end that must be tied up at any cost. The bullet is a key piece of evidence, one that could expose their involvement in a deadly drug deal gone wrong. Failure is not an option, and the stakes couldn't be higher. As the car pulls up outside the lab, the three men exchange a brief, wordless glance. The weight of the mission hangs heavy in the air. Richie adjusts his jacket, his sharp eyes scanning the building for any signs of vulnerability. Herod cracks his knuckles, his expression one of grim determination. Jamie, meanwhile, struggles to steady his breathing, his nerves threatening to get the better of him. Together, they step out into the rain, their presence a harbinger of the chaos about to unfold. Inside the lab, Nick and Lee are engrossed in their work, unaware of the danger approaching. The sterile environment of the lab is a stark contrast to the tense, foreboding atmosphere outside. The sound of rain against the windows creates a rhythmic backdrop, lulling the team into a false sense of security. A sudden knock at the door shatters the calm. Uncle King looks up from his monitors, his brows furrowing in suspicion. The sight of three uniformed men standing in the rain doesn't sit well with him. Something about their stance, their demeanor, feels off. But he pushes aside his doubts and opens the door, his instincts warning him too late of the danger. Richie, Herod, and Jamie step inside, their wet clothes dripping onto the pristine floor. Richie's voice is calm yet commanding as he introduces himself and explains their purpose. He claims to be part of an official investigation, his words carefully chosen to sound both plausible and authoritative. But Nick and Lee are not easily fooled. The tension in the room is palpable as the two sides size each other up, the unspoken threat hanging heavily in the air. Richie's charade doesn't last long. In a swift, calculated move, he pulls out a gun, his calm demeanor giving way to cold ruthlessness. The facade of authority is stripped away, revealing the criminal's true intentions. Herod steps forward, his imposing figure a silent warning to anyone who might think of resisting. Jamie lingers near the back, his unease evident as he fidgets nervously. Under Richie's orders, Nick is forced to retrieve the bullet from Anchi's body. But Nick is no ordinary man. Even under duress, his mind works tirelessly, formulating a plan to outwit his captors. As he prepares the body for examination, he moves with deliberate slowness, buying himself time to think. Meanwhile, Lee engages Jamie in conversation, her sharp mind recognizing him as the weak link in the group. She probes him for information, her calm and collected demeanor a stark contrast to his jittery energy. Her ability to remain composed under pressure is a testament to her strength and intelligence. In the mortuary, Nick carefully extracts the bullet, his hands steady despite the tension. But he doesn't hand over the real evidence. Instead, he substitutes it with a decoy, a calculated risk that he knows could cost him his life if discovered. When he hands the bullet to Jamie, the young man doesn't notice the switch, his inexperience playing into Nick's hands. The criminals, satisfied with their prize, lock Nick, Lee, and Uncle King in the freezing chamber. The temperature drops rapidly, the icy air biting at their skin. The trio faces a race against time as they work together to find a way out. Their combined ingenuity and determination prove to be their greatest assets. Nick spots an emergency release lever, frozen shut but not beyond their reach. With Lee's resourcefulness and Uncle King's unwavering resolve, they chip away at the ice, their breaths visible in the freezing air. The camaraderie and mutual respect between them shine through as they work tirelessly, their lives depending on their ability to stay united. When they finally escape, their relief is short-lived. The criminals quickly realize the deception, their fury driving them to return to the lab. What follows is a tense game of cat and mouse, the sterile halls of the lab transforming into a battleground. Nick and Lee use their intimate knowledge of the facility to their advantage, setting traps and creating diversions to outwit their pursuers. Uncle King, despite his failing health, proves to be a hero in his own right. His knowledge of the lab's layout and his courage in the face of danger make him an invaluable ally. In a moment of selflessness, he sacrifices himself to save Nick and Lee, his actions a poignant reminder of the strength of the human spirit. The final showdown is a masterclass in tension and strategy. Richie, driven by desperation and rage, corners Nick and Lee in the lab's main examination room. But Nick's quick thinking and scientific expertise turn the tables. Using the lab's chemicals, he creates a makeshift explosive, a last-ditch effort that proves to be Richie's undoing. As the sun rises, Nick and Lee emerge from the lab, battered but alive. Their journey is one of resilience and courage, a testament to the power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. And that's a wrap on the gripping thriller Bodies at Rest. What an intense ride, right? This movie is a testament to how even the most calculated plans can unravel when determination and ingenuity come into play. Nick and Lee didn't just fight for survival. They proved that sometimes, brains truly do triumph over brawn. But here's the question I'll leave you with. If you were in Nick's shoes, would you have had the courage and quick thinking to outsmart a group of dangerous criminals? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear how you tackle a life-or-death situation like this. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another recap of the most thrilling movies and series. And hey, if this movie left you on the edge of your seat, wait until you see what's coming next. I've got a lineup of jaw-dropping stories that will keep you hooked, so stay tuned. This is Rushrecap signing off for now. Keep your wits sharp, your curiosity alive, and as always, stay ready for more Rushrecap adventures. See you in the next one.